Hello there, welcome to JonnyBuildz. I'm your host, Johnny. Hey, Dusty, I see you peeking in there early. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. We are going to get started right away and finish up Voltron, the Black Lion, and then build Voltron. That'll be the end of the thing, and depending on how long it takes, we might build this little guy here too. Little Kirby action that I picked up yesterday, actually. So we'll see. Depends on how things go. So we're going to continue from last week. Oh, look at that. You got like a little #1 sub thing or whatever. I'm not sure what that is. It's got like a little icon on it for on the chat stream, or at least on my end. So, oh, it's bad? All right. Bad in which way? Is it crackling? If it's crackling, let me try to fix that. You know what? Let me turn down the volume here. Okay. See if that's any better. Testing 1, 2. Test. See if that's any better. Let me know if it's any better there, Dusty. Yeah, depending on where things are located, I may need to slide my laptop over. Hold on, because sometimes that causes extra noise if it's too close, like the fan noise or whatever. At home, they're in completely different areas, but in here they're kind of close to each other. Is that any better? I turned it down so it's not picking up as much, so the gain should be lower. I'll just have to turn it back up when I get home next week. Still not great. Nothing's changed here. Alright. You can hear me though. I mean, like, there is crackling, but you can hear me, right? Because I can always turn this lower. Is that any better? Test 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, if that's what we gotta go with, that's what we gotta go with. Still crackling. I wonder what it is that's causing that. I don't know how that'll work, and I don't know if it'll reach either. Let me do this actually here. I'm gonna move my tiny plants. I have tiny plants over here on the desk, and I'm gonna move them over. I'll move the microphone over even more, because I'll be working kind of this direction anyway. So, by the way, ice cream. This is a rocket pop milkshake. Can't wait to have that and eat it. So hold on a second as I do a little bit of finagling. Everything is broken. Alright. How's that? Is the crackling any better? It's a little further away. Oh, no. Don't worry. I'm trying to get, see, the thing is, I'm trying to get a balance here. And if I have to lower the background music, that's fine. Alright, how about that? Should still be able to hear me. I lowered the background music. Put that back up there. Trust me, I'm fussy myself. It's just I can't hear an echo, and I should have checked. I usually do, but I didn't check before I started my stream. So it's always fun to do. Yay! There we go. Let's shove that there. How's that? Actually, here, you know what? I'm going to put the echo on here. Hello. Okay. You did have enough for because the intro music, I think, is pretty good. Thanks. Is that any better? Huh? No? It's still crackling? My wife is... Dusty says it sounds okay. That's interesting. So how are you hearing it crackle? Let me do this. Hold on. Now I'm gonna hear live. Hello. Hello, hello. I gotta turn it up on my end now. Hello, hello. How loud is that? Is there crackling? Hello, hello. I don't hear any crackling. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it goes away. I don't know. It's always weird when you're in an odd environment. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. No, it's nothing I can do about it. Sorry about any crackling. I have it lowered. I have the gain down. I have the music mostly off. Way in the background now, so I'm not sure what's causing that unless I have... Oh, you know what? Unless these cords are just because they're wrapped around each other. Hold on a second. Oh, there goes pieces. I heard that. There we go. Let's do this. Try to get everything unloosened and away from each other, because that can cause issues in and of itself. Let's pick up the pieces that I dropped. All right, we'll try that. We'll see how it goes from there. So, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for suffering through as I'm trying to work out bugs. This is my last time. This is my last night in not last night in Florida, but it's my last stream in Florida. So it's not all the time, but still there. You can press on. I know you can. All right. I'll try not to talk too much. So put those back up there because they were up there out of the way. And we will continue. I don't know what else I can do to get rid of it, so I apologize for the crackling that it is doing. Yeah, I don't know what's causing it at this point. So, yep. Well, let's get the timer back. And we'll continue on with Voltron. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So I hope you're having a good night, Dusty. Aside from my my issues, we're gonna be doing the left front leg of Voltron, or of the black line. Eventually getting to Voltron. We're just not there yet. So, how's your day going? And like I said, I do have ice cream. Oh, it's now it's good. It's a bomb pop milkshake. So it is ice cream. It just has other stuff too. And for later. The gremlins do their own thing. They do. Speaking of gremlins, that is going to be one of the that's going to be an idea set this year, next year, something like that. It's coming. There's a gremlin coming. There's a Mogwai coming. There's also a Goonies boat coming. And what was the other thing? Wallace and Gromit is coming, which can be good, potentially really good, but could potentially be really bad. Soundwave is almost here. He's supposed to be released August 1st, along with a number of other Star Wars sets they just announced. The hard part is they're all super overpriced. Like we're talking like, whoops, I'm echoing on my own end. I still had that on. All these Lego sets are way overpriced, and I am very disappointed. Even though it's super I may still get the ATST because it looks really good, but I am really Not sure about that. That's a little bit later. So yeah, lots of announcements today for Star Wars stuff. So it will be interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of backlash for the fact that everything is priced the way it is. So yeah, we'll see how things go. This, I mean, and it's that kind of thing too. Like, people have to not buy the Lego sets in order for Lego to take a step back, because people are speculating that it's like the inflation or some other stuff, and I'm like, there's no inflation right now. So I don't know what they're talking about. So yeah, but yeah, people have to not buy the sets in order to have Lego like be like, oh, we need to take a step back here and reevaluate and do the, as they say, a lot of people say it word, do the needful. So, and I hate when they say that. So annoying as a IT person to get that. Please do the needful. It's like, what is the needful? Do you know what the needful is? So how's your day been, Dusty? What have you been up to? What's been keeping you busy? And what are you working on? What projects are you working on? Because once I finish this and I'm back home in earnest, the stuff for Brick Fair, Virginia gets started. Goes in earnest. Because, well, I only got 4 weeks, so it's going to be busy. Alright, I got to find this little black shaft. That's not going to be easy on the brown. But it's not. Oh, on an animation. A spaghetti boil for dinner? Is that what you're saying? A spaghetti boil? Not sure I know what a spaghetti boil is. Or spag a fish. Because I know what a fish boil is. Bolognese. Ah, okay, really cool. All right. Bolognese, I do know what that is. So, all right, so this goes into here. And this little gear that's here is going to keep the arms from being able to move until you have leverage on them. So it keeps it nice and stiff. So Aussie shorten everything. Well, that's an interesting thing. Okay, so you say Aussie shorten everything. Okay. So where I live in Beaver Falls is a bit north of Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh is known for being one of the worst dialects in the country. And being from Beaver Falls, we do a similar thing, a lot of people that are from here. Which again, you know, it's kind of taking what Pittsburgh has and messing it up even further. So up here they tend to shorten everything. So instead of Beaver Falls, it's Beer Falls. Like it's like in the pronunciation it's shortened. So you got things like that, or the football team here is the Pittsburgh Steelers, but they're called the Stillers a lot of times. So it's, you know, that's just the way people say things here. It is what it is. So bad dialect, shortening words, you know, it just goes from one thing to another. All right, what do I need here? Oh, I need to finish that first. I need this. And I need that little... Ooh, So yeah, I know about shortening things and having them be a little goofy, but it sounds like you just shorten them, like abbreviate them, so to speak, which is cool. This way, this goes here. Got our last little blue grabby hand goes here. At least you can see things, like it looks alright. Even if the sound isn't the best. And again, I apologize for that. When I get back home, everything will be back to normal, and well, normal is relative, sure. But that's together, and the piece that goes with it. Find yourself saying everything twice. That's interesting. That almost sounds like something else. So you see how free this turns. Like this spins very well here. And then when we put it against the gear here, it will not move at all. Like it'll be solid like that. Like it doesn't move. So once you get the arms on, you get leverage, and that makes it so that everything goes fine. Keeps it stiff. They kind of overdid it with this particular set. I think. I'll get that later. But I mean, it's what they decided to do, and I mean, it works well enough. It's just, I think it's a little bit too much because it makes it really tough, even with leverage, to crank everything. When you're trying to move the arms and stuff like that, especially as Voltron. Like the legs that are part of the black line are actually not too bad. But wait, you didn't say that twice. You need to say everything twice. Knew I was going to need some really good techniques. Yeah, there are the techniques that are used in this set are awesome, really cool, and I am a fan. But I do want to, because I did Optimus Prime, I did Bumblebee. Which reminds me, Soundwave is coming. Soundwave is coming August 1st also, which is definitely one I am going to get. We haven't seen images of him yet, but Soundwave is going to have a light brick, which is awesome. Or not a light brick, a sound brick. So that tells me they're going to have the deep voice, Laserbeak. And actually, Laserbeak and Rumble are going to be cassettes for him, so which will be cool. So I'm excited about that. It's about the only one that I've heard about that I'm excited about. So that'll be good to my wallet. And that is not quite right. How is that not right? Oh, I have all of these over too far. That makes more sense. Like, why is that not working? Now it makes sense. One of the other people that have been in my stream and Ben's stream, Mech Ops, he's been doing mechs lately. And in fact, he's done one for me. He's done one for Ben. So I don't know if you've seen him or if you're on the Discord. I think you're on the Discord. And I don't know if you've seen him making them. I mean, ask him how it's going with that. And maybe you two can collaborate or something. Not that. Of course, I had all these pieces sorted, but I had to move things so I could work last week. One by one. And one more gray flat. There we go. Perfect. Not too hard to find. All right. Put that down. Let's build shoulder. Yeah, you got to start somewhere though. So. Ah, there it is. It's hiding. Oh, I just had that. What did I do with it? I'll put it up here? No. I'm gonna put it up there. Up there. Definitely still my favorite mech, even though Optimus Prime and Bumblebee exist. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Bumblebee. I think other people have done it better. I think Lego could have done it a lot better. But Optimus Prime definitely is fantastically done. The Voltron, still out of the mech so far, is still my favorite. Now I know a lot of people like the what you call it mechs, the Ninjago mechs, which I mean, I've looked at a bunch of them, but I'm missing this blue, by the way. That's a piece I'll have to get when I get home, so I know I'm missing that. I know a lot of people like the Ninjago mechs, and I think they look fantastic too. I've not built any myself. I built like a dragon once. That was about it, but it looked pretty good stuff. The XP, so what's this XP system you're talking about? Is this something from YouTube? I have not heard of this. What is all this brouhaha? I have not heard of this. Later. Later, Gator. Alright, it's actually already getting easier to find pieces here, so that's good. I had things kind of spread out from last week, but then had to put things away, so kind of having to resort a little bit as I go. It's coming together. Oh, the number one. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm wondering is like. That's what I was wondering where it like came from. So, because I can see that doesn't show on the stream chat, but when I look in my YouTube chat, I can see it. So it's kind of interesting. I'll have to see when I get on Ben's stream sometime, see what it does for me. Alright, we're almost done with this shoulder, and then we're going to do the hind legs, then we're going to do the head, and then we're done with this guy, and then we can put Voltron together. And if we have enough time, we'll do a little Kirby putting together, which is going to be even more interesting because all those pieces are really tiny because they're not Lego. It's somewhere over in Japan. Those are upside down. Upside down one's over here. The right side up one. There it is. There we go. This goes here. Of course, like I said, don't have the blue to press against it, but that's alright. all the gray. They're much bigger. They're much more substantial than this. Ugh. You can't stand on his own legs until we got those. So, yeah. All right. Oh, we are gonna do the head first, I guess. So, all right. Save from chatting. You get more if you super chat. The API. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. I know they're trying. See, they're trying to encourage people to do more engagement. So this is the tail. So I think that's why they started doing this, which is fine. I'm all for it. Thing is, I don't think it's going to give me anything necessarily. It's just, you know, it's for YouTube. It's not for me. But hey, I could be wrong. Tail. Look at that color on the camera. The track is a wee bit louder than me. Sorry about that. Let's do that. Yeah, some of them, I've equalized most of them, but some of them just for whatever reason just are not. Usually I'm loud enough, but because I've lowered everything, trying to get rid of the crack. Is the crackle still there? Because I've lowered everything, it's off. So this is the tail part right there. There we go. Oh, I still need that 3x1. Can't believe I'm still up. There it is. It goes right there. Alright, so now we're going to do the wings. The wings are fun because they're different. How we put them together is just really cool, and it's just a neat design. You're not hearing crackle? Yay! That's good. So if you're not hearing crackle but you can hear me, then that's good. Hopefully getting the wires separated and everything helped. Because again, when wires cross, especially when their power source is all from the same thing, it can cause a lot of issues, a lot of impedance. So hopefully that was it, and we don't have to deal with that anymore. So I appreciate your patience. That is, where did you go? That is a black cheese slope. We'll put that right there. This last, whoop, that's not it. I thought it was it. There is one piece I am looking for, is the last of its kind as far as this goes. And will be the hardest to find, of course. It's there. There it is. Found it. Alright, so these are the parts that the wings come out of. That's what we're doing right now. They actually go on the wings themselves go on upside down. It's kind of interesting. So these are the pylons that the wings go on to. So it goes, and they fit into two things. They fit both into the Technic brick, and they fit into two arms that go right there. So they're very difficult to pull out if you need to. Once they snap in, they are difficult. I had a heck of a time trying to get this apart. Oh no! You need to flip over. I put you the wrong way. There we go. Alright. Alright, time for... Oh, cover over. Now that we've done that, now we've got to cover over those. Kind of solidify them in there. And that's part of how well they designed this thing, because they made everything like uniform and look good, and yeah. So we got the yellow that you still see here, and we're going to cover over that now. This. There we go. And now we got to make our number one. Who's number one? Did I knock that over? I did. One. This goes right there. Doo-doo. Number one. Number one line. All right, let's build ahead. Let's get ahead. We'll build ahead. It's only 8:30. I think we're gonna knock this out of the park pretty quickly, and then as long as everything goes well. Which it could not. You never know. The way they designed this head too, by the way, is pretty awesome, because they had to make it so that not only was it a lion head, but you could open it so that you see Voltron's head, you know, whenever he transforms, and they did it really cool. Okay. Not you. Let's see. We got 2x2 flat. We got this guy that I pulled over. Okay. It's going to be one side of the mouth. We actually build everything upside down. It's kind of weird. It is done in a goofy way, but again, it works the way it was designed and everything. It's not that. I need a flat. Now I gotta find a 2x1 tile. There it is. Ask and ye shall receive. Right. Hope everyone's having a good night. I have my ice cream here. It is Bomb Pop milkshake. It's so good. Got it from down the street. So here's where we start. This is the connectors here for the robot face. Now we're going to build that face by itself. So we've got the mouth here. See that? So I got one 1x3 and one more 1x3. There it is. This is how we build his eyes. And again, instead of using snot, now it's very specific what they needed this part for, these ones for. But again, they're not using snot bricks, we're using headlight bricks. not brick type things. But there's a specific reason. You'll see, well, you can see on the next step why they do it this way. It's all about how it hinges and connects. Another G-slope there. And then we take the arms and put them into his head. Down, make sure that they're even. There we go. Now they're all even. All right, so this little bar is what allows everything to swivel. And we actually make it look like a barbell. It's kind of funny. Lift weights with that. That goes into his head. Well, into the claws on his head. There we go. Yep, I want to push the whole thing over. There we go. Should be pretty even. There we go. That looks good. And then this is the funny part. This is his nose. Voltron has a nose. Sort of. There you go. That's his nose. Going to stop motion with Legos, forcing me to learn DaVinci Resolve. Oh yeah, Resolve is a interesting beast. I've played around with it before, and yeah, it is tough. There we go. Look at that. Now that's a Voltron face. So we take this whole thing. Snap it into here. So this allows it so it can hide, but then when everything is transformed, it's like this, and then it goes. You'll see it flip in order to make the lion head. So yeah, DaVinci Resolve is pretty awesome. Difficult, but it's awesome. If you can learn that and get good at it, you'll be able to edit things so well. I unfortunately just don't have time to mess with animation and stuff like that, because it just takes so long, and I just don't have the time. I got a lot of other stuff to work on. But that's the way it is. I mean, like, everyone has their things that they do, and you know, that's good. That makes variety of stuff. Mrs. Dusty returned and does not care about talking while I'm watching YouTube. Does not care about talking. What does that even mean? Hi, Mrs. Dusty, by the way. All right, we got a. Whoops. Get back here. Alright, we got a lion nose to put on. And we got some teeth to put on the side here. Alright, let's make some eyeballs. We'll put that down for the moment. Or are you saying she doesn't want to talk to you while you're watching YouTube? I'm just teasing. She will interrupt any stream. Oh yeah. I know how that goes. My wife does that too sometimes. printed tile, aside from the stickers for the numbers, like everything else was printed for Voltron. Like the mouth, this mouth. What? No, I don't have them on there yet. The mouth itself is not a sticker. It's like an actual printed piece. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'm glad they did that. It just would have been awful trying to be a sticker and then have it not like line up or anything. That would have just been awful. Let's see. Where did that go? Where did that go? How did it get burned? Not the bees. Oh, I just saw it. It was that double cheese slope thingy. Where did it go? I need this. So. There it is. It's hiding. Oh, that other one. I thought I put it. Yep, there it is. So I knew I would need that. Whoop. Supposed to put those together. So there we go. So we got our head. We take this. There we go, and that stays solid right there. And these two little 1x1s go right there. A little tough to get those in there, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, and this, you gotta remember too, this was from 2015, 14, something like that. This was a while ago, which is why they used the techniques that they did. It's a little bit, again, like I said, it's a little bit goofy how some of the things are done. They're executed well, but you know, it's still a little goofy. And I do want to try to make some changes to make it a little bit easier to transform. And I'll show you when we transform him why I feel that way. Okay, here we go. So now, still upside down, we gotta take these special gold pieces. Do this twice. These are his ears. Yeah, this is Voltron has been retired for quite a while, which is why it's so cool that I got this second one. We just went to the Orlando Brick Company last week, and there we go. Here, and what are we doing? Oh, we're doing that. Okay, so it can only go so far. We went to the Orlando Brick Company. Did one of the last? No, they have not. This is the only Voltron they've ever done. So we have that. That's lion head. So whenever, you can only go so far, this part can, so lower this. So the head kind of just sits in there, you know, the face of Voltron. But whenever you transform him to Voltron, this goes all the way down, and then the head, whoops, something's not right there. Oh, those need to go in more. lion head comes down, except I broke it. There we go. Still needs to go in a little bit more. Oh, that way. Needs to, the whole bar needs to slide over. Just, oh, there we go. This is the hard part, is getting it just right. So that everything can kind of slide down. There we go. Okay, and then the head, the lion head comes down that far. And then whenever it becomes the lion, it's just like that. So, yeah. Let's put the lion head on. Just fits in there. And there we go. So as the lion, just there. And whenever he transforms into Voltron, the head goes all the way down and can still rotate. And then the lion head goes on top. So there you go. Yeah, this is the only Voltron they did. But anyway, we went to the Orlando, whatever it's called. The Orlando Brick Company store, which is a sister of the Atlanta Brick Company. And they had a Voltron out of the box sitting up there and complete, like this one will be. I got to get a few pieces, but it will be complete. And they were selling it for like something like 550 bucks. I don't know if it had the instructions, but it had no box. And so I'm like, whew, I'm glad I got this one for way less. So this one I will not keep for sure, because I have one. I have my original that I stole some pieces for just so I could do this. But I'll have to go back and just source a few things, or find them in the giant bin that it came in. And yeah. And I'll have another complete Voltron and I can sell it. Recoup some monies, because every now and then you need to do that. Wait. And ooh, this is where we do the fun stuff. This is cool how the wings fold and everything to transform. We'll see in a second. Hey, Pixie. Pixie is under my desk coming to say hi. The way they made these wings work is really cool. I'm probably mostly impressed with the wings, the way they designed them. Really cool. So we got hinges here. Got hinges here. Let's finish up the way the wing looks. Solidify it a bit. And guess I don't have those either. Could have sworn I did. Don't have the white part here for the end. I guess they weren't on. Definitely have to get those, but that's okay. So I'll put this on here. And then this one hooks in here. So now you have these wings are hinged. Hey Greg, how you doing today? Good to see you. Working on finishing up Voltron. You can see most of the black line sitting there. These wings are really awesome because again they're double hinged, so when it sits up there it can fold all the way and out of the way, which is cool. Death Stranding 2. Oh, I didn't realize there was a second one. I knew there was a first one. I didn't realize there was a second one. Cool. Hope you enjoyed it. So when the black lion is not, whenever he's just a lion, these stay folded out of the way, right like that. And then whenever he becomes Voltron, well, you'll see when I transform him, but they go like that. So. What did I have for dinner? Well, glad you asked. I had, oh, I forgot to ask Dusty, but Dusty hasn't had dinner yet, so, or he's had breakfast or whatever they, whatever time it is in Australia right now. I had fried chicken, air fried chicken, mixed vegetables, tater tots, and then I'm still drinking this. This is a Bomb Pop milkshake. And it is delicious. What did you have there for dinner, Greg? Hibachi bowl at your local Asian restaurant. Well, that's cool. That sounds delicious. Alright, what am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for one more of these little, those little things. Half, quarter, not a half, a quarter, quarter thing. It's the last one of this color, and it's probably hiding under something, so. Next week, by the way, oh, by the way, there is no interview. Oh, with Mongolian Noodles. Well, it kind of has to go with the territory, right? There is no review of Lego Masters this week because, first of all, both Krista and Marcella are busy getting ready feverishly for Brick Rodeo. That's happening this weekend. They're flying out Wednesday, but also it was a rerun Monday, so yeah. So it would be silly to try to do a review of that because it would just be same old, same old. We've already done that one, so yeah, you guys get a break from that. So yeah, no. My wife just looked like, what? No, we didn't watch. You know, we didn't watch it last night because it was a rerun. So yeah, it was. I believe it was the cake episode. So, yeah. Ben, probably not today. Probably not yet. He doesn't have as far to go. But I think he is driving. But yeah, he's probably busy getting ready for it. There's no way that he's he's doing anything but getting ready for Brick Rodeo right now. But yeah, that's all right. Sometimes people got things. I wasn't able to be. I was busy doing vacation type stuff, so I wasn't able to be on Sunday's stream, unfortunately. He was working on a few things, so missed out. I do like the flat pieces that they use in parts of this. They don't. I'm of the mind that like you don't have to make everything be smooth because again, Lego is not smooth. I mean, typically it is designed to be, you know, a building thing, and that is all over. So it's cool that they make some parts smooth. but I don't think everything has to be super. And I'm glad they didn't do that for this. Certain areas, sure, but they didn't do it for everything, which I like. So again, Soundwave is coming out August 1st. There is a, here we go. So we're getting there. We did this. So last thing to do is these back legs. Let's do that. One at a time. And these back legs are interesting. I don't know. We were just talking about that a little bit earlier. It's overpriced. All the Star Wars sets are overpriced. Probably because Disney is losing money, so they're trying to recoup it somehow by licensing. I don't know. It looks good, and out of all the Star Wars sets that they're announcing for August, it is the one I'm most interested in, because all the other ones are clone stuff, and I don't really care about clones. But I'm torn because like it's so expensive. It's like $50 more than it should be. Just going by piece count. So this is how we make the legs be just a little bit spread, so that whenever you put the lions on, they don't run into each other. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to do this. We have hinges here, and then we use Technic pieces to connect and pull them apart just a little bit. And then use these little curved pieces so that it butts up against, right like that. See? So there's a little bit of a gap. So pretty cool technique. Again, another one of the techniques that they did for this in order to make it work well. So. Yeah, I'm torn. I'm debating whether I'm going to get that or not. Hard to say. If I did, it would be the only one I get, because all the other ones are just kind of, I think they're kind of dumb. The turbo tank looks ridiculous. I mean, like, I thought the original turbo tank they came out with looked awesome, even though, again, I'm not a Clone Wars person. But, like, I don't know, this new tank with the wheels being made, like, it just looks so bad. And like, I don't know, and the piece count is so low. Yeah, so low. How low is it? So low. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people are going to be like really not happy with it, because again, it just looks awful. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I was telling Dusty, people need to not, I mean, as much as it stinks to do sometimes, people need to not buy the Lego so that Lego is like, oh, maybe we're not doing something right. Because I think they're not doing something right. You know, but that's my opinion. But from people that I've met, you know, I've seen people post stuff. Even land members are like, no. So that's kind of a good thing, that even land members are like, yeah, we can't say that it's awesome. So this is a cool little thing that they do so that you know for sure you're putting the right leg, the right lion onto the right leg. They do this, they put a color brick, well, 2 bricks really, inside the leg. So this is the yellow lion, goes on this side, and then we got 2, which is funny. So they do two of these, and maybe because they didn't make any like this is like a normal color, this is the blue, but this is like an orangey yellow, which isn't made a lot, so they probably didn't want to use up, you know, one of these, so they did 2 1x1s instead of a 2x2. Kind of interesting. And I think I'm missing one of these also still, but that's all right. Not a big deal. So, what did you say? The Death Star 2 will supposedly include a built-in Technic handle. It would have to. It's going to be how, you know, so many pieces, and so it's going to be so heavy. They're going to have to put a handle into it. It's going to, like, the whole thing. So it's supposed to be rumored at like 9,000 pieces, which puts it at 1,500 pieces more than the Falcon. The Falcon is 25, 30 pounds, and I have trouble lifting it. So yeah, they're gonna have to do something to make it easier to carry. I don't think a handle was gonna help. Like, the structure for that thing is gonna have to be even bigger than the Falcon's. That's just the logistics of it. So I don't know. I really don't know how they're gonna do that. I'm sure they have it planned somehow. I mean, it's going forward, so guess we will see, won't we? And that's another set that I am not planning on getting. Let's do the upside down. Okay, snap in. This is for these one. Kind of interesting they did these bridging all over the top instead of the 2x smooths like this, but yeah, that's what they wanted to do. And then up here, even more interesting, they don't do curve, they just do the flat. And then the double cheese slope things. Again, kind of interesting, but oh well. What they chose to do. All right. Now we get to do the claw. And the cool part too is, like, when we're doing these claws, the feet for this thing, they have to go inside the butt of the line. Everything's about butts these last several weeks. Ask Marcella, she'll tell you everything's about butts. But these have to go inside the back of the yellow and blue line. So it's you know, it's kind of funny how it all comes together. But it works, it fits. No, probably not going to get the Enterprise D. I don't know any details about it really yet, so it's hard to say. But I'm not feeling like that is a thing for me also. Again, a lot of it depends on price. It'd be cool to have the first Star Trek set of Lego's history, like official, but like at the same time, it's like it's hard, man. I'll tell you. Again, a lot of it depends on like if they do it right and the price is good and it's not like a huge set. It depends on when it comes out too, but like I might get it. We'll see. Probably not though. What did I forget over here? Oh, yeah, right. Forgot about that. This is the best. This is the most important part of the leg right here. Gonna have another shiny. I was like, where did that go? Alright. So this is what, and I'll show you when we transform, but this is what I don't like. So we're putting the leg on. You can see all the technical pieces. Fits nicely. He's not quite, well, he might stand up with 3 legs. Oh, there we go. He is standing. A little shaky, but he's standing. And you'll see when he transforms what I don't like that you have to do, and I kind of am thinking about trying to make it so that it works without doing what you have to do. I know it sounds kind of cryptic, and it kind of is, but I don't want to try to explain it without showing, and I'm not going to be able to show it until we actually do it, and we're not done yet. So we still have a sword and a shield to. Why can't the alligators get up? I don't know why a bicycle can't get up. I was too tired. But an alligator. Why can't an alligator get up? They're suffering from erectile dysfunction. Okay, that was a good one. Erectile dysfunction. Oh, okay. So the way you said that, like I see. Why can't the alligators get? It should have been like get it up. That was a little bit tough to understand. So makes a little bit more sense now. I have heard that one before. My wife's shaking her head at you there, Greg. That one was a little tough to swallow there. But it was, I mean, like, wasn't said very well, I guess, so it was hard to decipher. But that's alright. There you go. You're getting reprimanded for that. Good job, Greg. I am missing one of those. That's okay. I'll find that later. Wow, we don't have quite that many pieces left. That's cool. Should get you for that. Hey, you're number 2. Apparently. You see your little crown or whatever it is? No, you have a crown. You're number 2. Yeah, apparently yours had you just got one, or you just have. I see it on my end. I still don't know what any of it means. Means something. It's something new YouTube just implemented, but I have no idea how it works or any of that. So I don't know. YouTube's trying to stay relevant with a bunch of other stuff that are going on. She doesn't chat enough to take your number 1 spot, so I think you're all right. Ooh, what's in there? Oh, that's where that piece is. The piece that's in there. I'm gonna get that out. I don't know how I'm gonna get that out right now. But it won't go. Oh, there it goes. It goes here. I'll put that on there. I was like, why won't that go down? Now I know. Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Plans for the week. I'm on vacation down here in Florida, so I'm enjoying the Florida weather as long as it doesn't rain. And it was supposed to rain like off and on all day today, and nothing happened here. It's so weird. But went to several Lego stores on Saturday. Went to the Orlando Brick Company and went to Florida Man Toys, which is a Lego store. Shout out to Florida Man Toys because he's a pretty cool guy to talk to. And you're going to Dallas-Fort Worth tomorrow. Are you going to Brick Rodeo? You going to meet Ben there? But yeah, it was neat seeing the those 2 stores, and yeah, I gotta get a piece there. I don't have a replacement right now. That's all right. And just see all the stuff that they had there. Really, really cool. Oh, it's a 6-hour difference. Okay, I wasn't sure how close or how far you were from there, so that's why I was asking. So, makes sense not to go. I mean, it'd be cool if you could go, I know, but I didn't know if you were making the trek or not. I mean, like, 6 hours is nothing. I mean, I'm down here in Florida. We drove 13 and a half hours to get here. Actually longer because flat tire on our way down, but you know, still made it. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's part of the fun is the drive, right? That, we gotta do the top here. Getting down, but we still have, like I said, sword and shield, but those won't take very long to build, so almost done. Okay, back flipped over. There, this goes here, that goes there. Growing cross country. Actually, my buddy, well, you've seen him on in the stream, Vab, because he has so many rockets, there would be no way he could go to Brick Rodeo flying. It would just be impossible. So he's talked about renting a U-Haul and just, you know, taking everything and driving down. It'd be a two-day trip. Imagine going cross country. Yeah. Copy, paste some info on the leadership. Looks like Greg already turned his off. Oh, no, it's all good. I'll find out. Appreciate that. But find out about it. Oh, that's a good question. What do you do in? What kind of stuff do you do in Fort Worth? More support. I've never been to Fort Worth. I've been to Dallas. I've been to Houston once and been to Dallas once. So. Okay, here's the other leg. See all the grips that we have here. Two different types. Let's put this over here. Okay, there we go. He's looking good. Alright, these are spare pieces that I just grabbed in case I needed them. Alright, so Black Lion's done, but he needs a sword and a shield to finish him up. So let's do that. This is actually the 16, but this is where they have like the things about how they build it in the different iterations. So they started off small and worked their way up to try and design a Voltron that worked. So pretty interesting. And this is what they ended up with. So. Yeah, we're here in Florida. We're going to be celebrating 4th of July. First, I think it's the first time doing that, at least for me, which should be fun. The nice thing is where we're at here, we're just north of Daytona, but we're in Ormond Beach, and they're doing their own big, giant, spectacular fireworks show. And our condo is right on the river, right near the bridge where they're shooting off the fireworks, so we don't have to go anywhere, we don't have to spend any money, we can just watch the fireworks, which will be cool. But they're supposed to have food and a party and stuff, so we might go to that. Because 4th of July parties are fun. Alright, let's build this shield, which looks amazing. Shouldn't take too long. Where are we at? We're at 9:15. Ooh, we'll have time to do the other thing. If you haven't noticed, we have down in the corner, Kirby is hanging out there. He's not a Lego. He is a knockoff. It's mini bricks. Whatever company does the mini ones. But I was kind of like, that would be cool to do as actual Lego in display. So I got it to get like a template. And it is a functional Megazord. It's better than a Megazord because it's the original. actually transforms. I mean, this thing actually does. So it is functional. So you'll see it in a second once we finish. But that's where I'll get into some of my issues with. I mean, there's very few issues I have with the build, but the couple that I do have, you'll see in the transformation. It still looks awesome, but. These are interesting pieces, and I think they're pretty rare. It's like a weird point, but it's got a little it's sticky up thing. It's weird. Not sure what they are. I've never looked them up. They are kind of an interesting piece, and they fit perfectly. They work perfectly for this. They're kind of a weird piece. The shield, though, looks awesome. You need to chat more so that you can get more points, and then you can blow Dusty out of the water. Go, Dusty, go! See if you can beat her. Well, I mean, she needs to beat. She has to try to beat you. So I don't know what the points do. I think they're trying to do something like what you call it. I don't think I put anything under here. No, they're trying to do like Twitch does, maybe. Like, hey, we're losing market share to Twitch, so we need to do something. So. Oh yeah, did you like the stream? If you don't like my stream, you get in trouble. So. Alright, where's the other one? Right here. Put a little floop on it. This goes on the back of the shield. Goes in the middle, and this is the part that goes into the lion's mouth, and you'll see that in a second. Again, everything's got to wait for the transformation. There's Mech Ops. I was talking about you earlier about because Dusty was talking about doing some mechs, and I had mentioned you. I didn't know if he had seen your stuff on the Ben's website or whatever, so I was mentioning to him about that. Okay, here we go. We're putting on some more sparkly bits, and then we'll be done with the shield. Welcome, Mech Ops. What did you have for, I think it's, what is the little thingy? Do you get, I think my wife put a weird icon because she gets points for doing it, I don't know, for an emoji or something, I don't know. She's like, whatever. I was like, why? And she's like, I don't know. But thanks for tuning in, Mech. No stream tomorrow or anything. The rest of this week, we aren't doing a review of Lego Masters because yesterday's was a rerun, so we don't need to rehash what has already been hashed. So, all right, let's do the sword. What did you have for dinner there, Mech Ops? This is a cool sword, by the way. I like the techniques in making it. Nope, up there. Get to use old airplane parts or old spaceship parts for it, so. Not really hungry? That happens. Yep, there. There we go. Oops. Keep running into wires because it's I'm not expecting this thing to be as long as it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this piece, which is kind of goofy looking. That's what we were talking about not too long ago. So it's something new YouTube is doing. I have no idea about it, what it does, how it works. Dusty found some info for it, so I guess he can. Well, he can't paste a link because he probably doesn't have the rights to. But it's something YouTube's doing, probably because they're probably losing stuff to Twitch, and so they're like, hey, we need to give more incentive for people to come here and do the things. So I guess as you chat or whatever on a stream, you get experience points. Oh, wait, something's not right here. Oh, that's the blue goes there. Shinies. I love these shiny pieces. They look so good. That one took a ride. That one went for a ride. It does things. I don't know what those things are, but the experience does things. Okay. Sword is looking awesome. Shiny. How did I miss that? It's all good. So these on, so we get the old spaceship wings, or I guess these are the tail thingies. There. Spacer. And that goes here. That goes there. There's supposed to be another spacer, but that'll be at home. I have to get another one. Just about done. Oh, okay, awesome. I appreciate that. I can't wait to see it, and then see what I can do to build it. Wait, no, that goes to. All right. So that stays out. This goes here. That goes here. It's like, what am I doing? Okay, there we go. So that is, whoops. These both go on these. I knew that. Push them out just a little bit. There we go. All right. And here we are. Done. All right. We gotta pause. Oh, I know. I never resumed my time. Oops. I was so busy trying to figure out the sound issues that I never resumed my time to time myself and finish this. But all right, so that's okay. I'll figure out the time once I get home. So all right, let me fix one thing here. Gotta fix one of the wings. Found one of the pieces because it was hiding in a brick. So put that there. Now we will do, because we have the black lion here, obviously, but he needs his buddies. So we're gonna pull this back a little bit. All right. Hold on, probably need a little bit more light. There we go. Ugh, coloring is bad. Alright, sorry about it. It's just what happens whenever you change things. I can probably lighten it up a little. Let's do this. There we go, that's better. Alright, so, alright, let me go get the other 4 lions, and we will put him together. We'll see. Let me reset the time. We'll see how long it takes to actually put Voltron together. So let's stop that. I'm gonna reset that. I'll have to fix. Like I said, I'll have to fix the time, later. So hold on a second. Ugh. Here we go. We've got 4 lions. There's red, number 2. Green, he's lame right now because he only has 3 legs that work. Let's put yellow back to being a lion. That's cheating if he's not. And same with blue. I had them as legs because they fit in the box better. So. Alright, we'll time this and see how long it takes. Alright, fix the tails in a second. Alright, and this is not a small model, so we got all the lions here. You take a drink, I need it. Fix the tail. So their tails are all out. Even yellows, hold on. There we go. Alright, so let me do this real quick first. So we got everything here. And the things I wanted to explain to you, I'll put it back. But so in order to transform Voltron, both the front and the rear legs, you have to pull out. You have to take out of their Technic slots in this case and rotate it and put it back so that it stays together. And it does not want to go in. There we go, like that. Okay. Same with this, with the arm, except this has a bunch of grippies there, and then it goes this way. It flips all the way around so that the red matches the red here. I don't like this. I mean, it works, and it's the way they designed it, so it could do the robot. I think there's better techniques now, and I do want to change it where it can just rotate on its own. But I think the reason why they did that too is because if you don't do that, especially for up here, for this, then when you turn an arm, you might turn the whole thing. I can see why they did that. So there might be a way to fix that. But anyway, or make that so it's easier. So let's put Voltron back. He is exactly how he should be. And we'll do this time to see how long it takes. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, let's do it. So, transform into a foot, well, a leg and a foot. Okay. just froze. Rip headphones. Yeah, rip everything. I don't know what happened here. My one camera. There we go. Should be fine. Don't know what happened there. I'm sorry. My one camera, everything just kind of paused or whatever like that. Well, we're still going. My one camera looks dumb. It froze, and I wonder if that's what caused it. So I'll make that go away. There we go. Actually, I can reactivate it. Hold on. Deactivate, reactivate. There we go. All right, that's better. It was complete chaos. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. All right, should be fine now. I don't know what happened. It just like I said go, and then the stream went. So that messed up my time, but oh well. What are you gonna do, right? All right, so we got our 2 main legs done. Let's move the arms out of the way and let's get Voltron started, so, or at least the black line started. So take this out. Oh, yeah, my it looks like my this camera is going goofy. My little camera. So okay, wings swing out, tail goes up there. So be it. As long as the sound doesn't go dumb, it's fine, I guess. It was absolute chaos. Come on, you're supposed to just go and clip back in. There we go. There we go. Wings up out of the way. Oh, you'll send the files? Okay, that's cool. So then the head of Voltron goes here, goes down, wings fold out. And then each of the legs, like I said, so the feet have to go extended down and go straight so they can fit inside. So foot goes inside. All right, locked in. Oops. These pieces are not the stiffest, so trying to do it quick doesn't work. Yeah. Go. All right, snapped in, so the legs are done. There's Voltron standing there, sort of standing. This so they're straight. These ones don't transform much because there's not much to them, so they can still twist. But I'm gonna go in here. Oops, come on. Oh, I have that turned, so he's gonna have to swing, bada bada. Come on. Can do it. Going in, but not. There we go. See, now it'll swing. But you can't turn them on your own. They're just too stiff. But once you get leverage on them, they swing. Whoops! Lost another leg. Poor Green Lion. He's just not having it with his legs. He's already lame in one leg. All right. I think this one is correct. Yep. There we go. Voltron is here. We need a sword. So to do the sword, it's got these Technic. Take them out. Go on either side of the mouth. You have to take it apart in order to make it work. Oops. I do need that other Technic bit. sword is in, and shield is in. Shield's a bit easier to do. It just kind of slides in. And done. All right there. All right, so that took where is it? 6 minutes 19 seconds. Though part of it was pausing and trying to figure out what was going on with the chaos. But that's Voltron. He definitely transforms. Not my favorite. Again, I understand why they did it the way they did. But you know, he does well being, you know, what he's designed to do. So they made it work and work pretty well, I think. So yeah. So there you go. That is Voltron. Yeah, I fixed the camera. I reset it while I was busy doing this stuff. So he's got his sword, his shield. You know, he's here looking awesome. He's looking at the camera now. So he's got all his little greebles and stuff like that. He's one of my favorite sets. Probably second. Nah, maybe second to the UCS AT-AT. Just because it's an awesome set. It's so good. But in this, I like it better than the Falcon a bit. But the UCS Falcon is still awesome. So, but there we go. So Voltron, we will set over here, out of the way. Out of the way is relative, I guess. So I'm gonna put them up here. There we go. He's looking over everything. Don't fall. All right. So we have some time. We're gonna see if we can do Kirby. Bring the camera back down. Should fix the lighting a little bit. And we're gonna do Kirby. This is not a Lego set. This is a nano block set, which means they are smaller than regular Lego blocks. But I kind of wanted to do this. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, yes. And I have actually a Ryu that I haven't put together yet, because I've been trying to make sure I had all the pieces for it. But I think this would be cool to do as Lego, but it's good to have a template, you know, and then do some other things. So we're just gonna have some fun and build him and see how things look, how it compares to Lego. I like doing these things. I did this with the Funhole / Lumi Bricks way back. I was one of the first actually that streamed doing Funhole stuff, and then everyone else started doing it because they were like, hey, their stuff's awesome. Wow. Look at these instructions. They're like, here's the pieces you should have. And it's not that they're just like, here, you know, do the things. All right. And they don't say what bag has what, though it looks like these are printed pieces. So those are in a special bag. So I don't know if the pieces are, oh, this is gonna be interesting. At least they're pink and red. At least they're pink and red. But they are very small, very tiny. We're gonna see how this all goes. So I'm gonna leave the printed pieces in there so I don't lose them until I need them. So. A lot of glowy orange pieces though, which is cool. Glowy yellow for the fire on Kirby's head. This is Fire Kirby from Kirby All-Stars. Bags don't open as easily as Lego. We're gonna see how long this takes. It'll be interesting as nano bricks. That's smaller than Lego bricks, so. I don't want to try to open such small bags in any other way than tearing it by the side or, you know, biting it and having it open. Because, like, I don't want the pieces to accidentally go flying. Yes, they are very, very small. Like that, so this is a 3x2. That is very tiny compared to Lego. Look at all that fire red. And their instructions are very just like layer this, then layer that, then layer that. It's like, ooh. There you go. No, I don't. Yep, we got one piece stuck in the bag. Come on, get out. That was very interesting. Well, there's one little black piece in there, or two black pieces. I'm gonna pull those away. Those are very, very specific, I'm sure. There's only two of them. Oh, nope, there's another one over here. Make sure I have those separated. All the other stuff. All right, so let's see how we can build Kirby. All right, so 6 and a 3 and a 3. That goes on top of 2 4s. Let's see how well these go together. So that you lay them out kind of like that. 2 4s, 2 2s. And it looks like we got some slants, some inverted pieces, wherever those are. Oh, I found one of them. Okay, so let's see how they go together. Oh, they fit together all right. Probably because they're so small. They have their torction, their grip power is pretty good. All right, so they have two different kinds of unique assemble that and then put that on. That's funny. So they do have sub-assemblies too, which is interesting. But they have interesting inverted pieces. Those are kind of cool. So. I agree, but I have to say the the Lumi Bricks stuff was actually well done. The one set that I did do, fantastic. The Medieval Pier Inn, just so good, and the lighting was just great. Right, so that is that an inverted? I think it might be. Yeah, it might be this. So this goes. Oh man. So that. Okay. So that a 1. Look at that 1. It's a 1 by 1. So small. A 4. Come over here. That goes on top of this sub-assembly. That is inverted. Oh, those are hard to see. almost like you do have to lay it out. For each thing. Otherwise you will get lost because there's a lot to it. Okay, so that this goes there. And that goes there. Okay, so that part is done. So we have this, we have a 2. And this is hard to pay attention to. And we need a 3. Looks like a, there we go. We do have 3x1s. So 3x1. And it looks like, whoops, a bunch of 2x1s. 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3. Alright. Let's try to put this all together. This is interesting. Oh, yeah, my camera, my little camera for some reason just keeps conking out. Probably because it's too hot. I bet you it's too hot. So be it. As long as the sound doesn't cut off or whatever. I'll actually just deactivate it. My stream is not starting, it's already started. So on the end here has to go this guy. Again, very hard to see. Other slant goes there. And this goes here. Little 1 going here. Gosh. How are people supposed to build these? And that goes, oh man. That goes there. This goes here. It's like a puzzle, but worse. Because the grip strength is not the best. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. And then this whole thing goes onto there. Okay, well, that does work. Really poorly, but it does work. Alright, now we gotta do the same thing on the other side. So there we go, we got Kirby kind of started. Now we gotta do the same thing on the other side. Let's get a 1x1. 4x1. 2x2s. And it probably matters which way you put it. You see how this is oriented, like it can go either way. One way is probably better than the other. And this goes here. That goes there. We got a 3x1, 2x1. Nope, that's a corner piece. All right. Hopefully it all comes together better as we go. Oh, I'm almost out of these 2x1s. Or all of those, oh no. Or all of those, these things. They don't look like it. They don't show a very good angle of it. Are those just slanted? Yeah, I only got 5 of those. How many of these do I have? 12, so that must be what they are. guess it makes sense that the bottom of Kirby would be like curved. I guess I don't need too many of those. So. And then you can spend money to get a. Oh, okay. So they're trying to get people. Of course, they want people to spend money. Of course, of course, of course. Makes sense. I mean, like, a company is all about making money for the most part. So, as much as we want to be like, hey, you know, the company is better than, you know, is looking for more, they're really not. They just want to make money. Okay, so back to this 2 and a 3. Goes there. 3. Oh yeah, it does show that those are. Doesn't show for here, but it shows for this part of the instructions that they're the slants are those under whatever. So all right, yeah, so be it. Right, so this goes here. Everything straight again, because it is a pain. That's a 1 guy. This is the 4. That's right, so we need to do that. Oop, oop, oop. Everything wants to fall apart until it's together. Goes there. Our 4 goes here, and this one can go down in there. Gosh. And the whole thing can go on there. All right, there we go. We have Kirby kind of started. There we go. The best video site in the world. VOD site, yep. All right, ooh, we get to do some interesting things here now. So let's start solidifying some of this stuff. In the front with a 4x1. Even that was an adventure. All right. And then corner piece. Okay, 3x2, 2x2, I think, yep. 3x2. Again, I'm saying these and I'm looking at them, I'm like, man, these are so tiny. 2x2, and 2 more of these corner pieces go right here. Those aren't really connected to anything yet, but they will be soon. I do. I kind of need all of it. Don't be. That's so mean of you. Tweezers. Come on. They are tiny. Look at that. So that's. We've just finished step 4. Ooh. Okay. So now we need to get our special piece. One of them. I'm not sure what that is. If it says anything or I don't know. But it looks like we're going to be putting on both special pieces pretty quickly. So let's get them out. microscope. Yeah, they are, again, they are nano, so. See, if I drop one on the floor, done for, that's it. So, that's the Kirby mouth right there. Then we got this thing. I can't get it to focus on what that is, but it goes on the back. I'm betting that's a, some kind of a, hey, you know. We are, yeah, it looks like words, so I'm guessing that's like a what is that called? Not an advertisement, but you know what I mean. Trademark thing or whatever. Okay. So let's continue building Kirby up. Yeah, that's our first 6. Yeah, that's a good snap. Actually, I'll bring the camera in even further because it's probably not as fun. You can't see. There we go. And 2 3x2s. Much better. I mean, like at first it was just dumb, almost. And no offense to them, but BuildWithJonny is kind of like this. Like when I did Pikachu this past year, it was funny because you laid out all the pieces first, and then you started connecting them. And it was really tough the very first couple steps. So, have they done anything Kirby? They have not. Lego has not done Kirby. That's a property they do not have. This is a very cool color. It's all bubblegum. Alright, here's where we get to put the mouth in a second. So it's not, there's not a lot you put on before you start getting to like the detail things. So there's this. So yeah, no. But there was a Mega Man one of these there too. Here we go. Here's the mouth. We're gonna put that on. And we're gonna give him little rosy cheeks. Ooh, are those round? Are they square? I don't know if there's a difference. Are they round or square ones? There are 2 round ones, of course. So there's a ton, there's 26 of the square ones, there are 2 round ones. Go figure. Alright, let's see if I can separate them and find the round ones. Again. That's square, that's square. 26 squares. All these little tiny squares. And 2, so we have 26 square red 1x1s that are square. And then we have 2 in amongst these that are supposed to be round. Good luck finding those. all look square to me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Okay, so I have all the square ones. Okay, so the round ones must be in, oh, here they are. They're in a different bag. That was smart of them. Well, Kirby is not Nintendo owned. I mean, it might be now, but it was always HAL America. Like a lot of, oops, that's not good. A lot of the games that came out were done by independent companies. I mean, like Nintendo, you know, paid a lot for companies to develop games. I mean, it wasn't all Nintendo doing it. You know, they provide the code essentially. Wait, how does that work? Wrong thing. Corner piece. They provide, you know, they'll be like, hey, you know, this is our code base so that you can make a game, you know, and it works out that, you know, the companies make it, you know, make a game and, you know, provide it for Nintendo for use on the system. And, you know, they go back and forth, you know, money-wise and however that all works. So. Well, this is interesting. So a 3 and a 2. Like, we don't have any 4x2, so use a 3x2 and a 2x2. Another corner piece. Most of Kirby is going to be his hair, you know, his fire hair. So I'm starting to get there, though. Oh, we're going to do his hands now, or his arms, kind of. So we need 2 of these inverted. Oh, we have a full inverted piece. That's cool. Or, yeah. So this goes in there. There's a Kirby arm. Kirby hand. So yeah, Kirby, as far as I know, Kirby is not Nintendo owned still. But I could be wrong. I mean, it's been years since but I remember how even for the Kirby Superstars game, like HAL America, like I remember their picture is like a sleeping dog was there, because that's what comes up very first thing before you started Kirby All Stars for the Super Nintendo. So there we go. Kirby has hands. His little flapper things or whatever they are. Oh. Time to put in some fire. These are all slanted yellow. So that'd be 4 across the back. Wait, how are you conflicted? How does that make you conflicted? Nope, not that one. I think it was like how they called it HAL America, and then it became like HAL Laboratories or something like that. I can't remember for sure. Okay, so far so good. It shows up pretty good on the camera. Oh, we're gonna do another. 2x1 and a 3x2 to make a 4x2, which, again, for some reason they didn't want to include in here. Maybe it was too difficult. Okay. We do have his mouth and his little cheeks. Okay. Starting to bring his head together. We need these circular ones now because we're going to start his eyes. So we need one more 2x1. I don't think I saw any more. Couple 2x1s. Am I using 2x1s down here that I shouldn't be? Ooh, I bet you I am in the front. Yep. Those should be slanted. Makes sense now, it's hard to see. Okay, so I need these up in the front. Makes sense to do it this way too, because it looks a little better. Now I'm figuring out how to read the instructions. Labs will start in Tokyo. Okay, I gotcha. Well, cool. That is very useful information, Dusty. Thank you. Okay, that. And the two black ones, we'll put one there. And that, one there. There we go. Starting to get his eyes. Okay, I think that's everything. Okay, cool. Alright, need a smooth. They even have towel pieces. My stream is going a little long, but that's okay. I think it'll be fun to do Kirby. You guys don't have to stick around. I think it's kind of cool to. There we go. Kirby eyes. Arm flappies with 2x2s here. And then, alright, we got more fire. So, fire in the corner. This one is flat. Wait. And that's right. Okay. 2x2 goes there. Now we start adding some orange. Oh man, does things to your eyes. Really does. see the orange versus the yellow right there. So we got a 3x2 that goes here that's yellow. Another one that goes all the way over here. One back here. Oops. Make sure it's flipped the right way. And then another one of those orange ones that goes there. I think they're gonna like overdo the red. It looks that way to me, but oh well. Alright, so we got actual yellow that goes here. It's for this little crown. Or headband or whatever it is that he has whenever he's the fire dude. Like gold, I guess. And one of these right behind. Two more of these orange. Make sure I don't lose my place. That goes there. Oh, he's got a hole in his head. Two more of these orange. There are cool pieces though, that's for sure. Even though they're tiny. That doesn't work. There we go. Come on. There we go. It is so, all these translucent. Really hard to see. So now I didn't bring my monocle. I did not. Nope. I need it. Even with a monocle, I think this would be tough. I do like, actually, just looking at it, is that solid red? Because there are some solid red pieces. Yeah, it looks like it is. So there's some solid red and fire red. Not sure if that's fire or not. Probably is. Cool thing is, like they fade out the piece, just like some other, like Funhold or what are they called? Just like Lumi Bricks does. They fade out pieces that have already been done, like the areas, so it's kind of nice. Okay, I need a 1x1 of this yellow. Ooh. How is that supposed to fit in there? Ooh, where'd it go? Here it is. May even get that the right way. I'm gonna have to take those out first. So 1x1 yellow that has to go in here, and I can't do the other things first. Gosh, 1x1, trying to figure out how it's oriented is a pain. There we go. Whew. See, now that's a proper emoji right there, the little monocle guy. I don't know what my wife was doing. She just did something weird. Yeah, I've done. I did one fun hole set. It was the Medieval Pier Inn, and I did that. Oh, I'm trying to remember how long ago I did that. Definitely last year. I'm trying to remember when. It was really, really cool, and that was before they became Lumi bricks. Whoops. Oh no. What did I drop? It was really cool. I'm glad I found it at auction because it was even cheaper than it already is. But the fact that they have lights built in and designed as part of the set is just so incredibly good. They are, no offense to Lego, their clutch power. That's the word I've been looking for. The clutch power is actually pretty good, very good. Lego has a lot they could learn from them. Okay, that, a 3x1. And a 2x1. Okay, there, we got that one done. This is tough with all these colors here. You can see it. All right, let's start from the front and work our way back again. This is Kirby's little crown again. It goes on the inside. There we go. I was confused for a second there. I was like, it's not lining up. Well, I mean, like, Lego started off doing light and sound kit thingies. I mean, not full kits, but like they had light and sound built in some of their sets. I mean, like the monorail has it. There's a fire truck that I had growing up that had it. They had light and sound. It wasn't all that incredible or anything, but it was something different and cool. And then they just got away from it for whatever reason. I keep dropping these reds. I think I just fixed it. Okay. And it just kind of sits in there, I guess. 2, 2, and 2. Yeah, I don't know if Lego enjoys allowing third party. I think they're just like, we'll build sets. We'll design sets, and everyone else can worry about doing that stuff. Which is fine. I mean, like, I think like My Bricks and some others do a pretty good job. I've used Lay Light Go and Light My Bricks, and both do a great job. So I don't know, I'm all for it. As long as someone is doing that kind of stuff, then it's all good, right? And we're making fire on top of Kirby's head. I had that flipped over. There's no way that was going to work. Two more fire. Two more of these orange. It's kind of funny we haven't touched those in a while. Two more reds for over here. So I think I'm gonna stop here. I'll build more of this later just because it's so tough, but you can see kind of how Kirby is coming together. So he's got a little bit of the flame here. We're starting to get to the red part of the flame, and you know, it goes further up, but there's his eyes and his little mouth. Oh, it's oh, look! It says copyright Nintendo. How? Right there on the back. That's what it is. It is a copyright, but it says copyright Nintendo. How? So that's cool. So we're done with the, we have one more to do for this page, but that's okay. Worry about that another time. So we did that much at Kirby. We got Voltron finished and had some technical issues, so unfortunate. But you know, that's the way it is sometimes. Next week we are actually going to be doing Hoth stuff. We're going back to Hoth because I have a month. I have less than a month actually to get all the stuff done that I need to for Hoth for Brick Fair, Virginia. So thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. So until next time, next week we'll probably also do a Lego Masters review at some point. Since next week should be a new one, but you know, we'll see how that goes. So, but anyway, until next time, just like always, keep on building. We'll see ya.